We're getting some new details about his finances and how he's said to have exaggerated the value of his assets over several years. This is according to New York Attorney General Letitia James, who alleges Trump inflated his net worth by billions of dollars, with the largest discrepancy being more than $2.2 billion in 2014. The estimates came in newly unsealed court filings ahead of the October civil fraud trial against him, his adult sons, and the Trump Organization. The Attorney General's office alleges Trump falsely boosted his assets every year to attract favorable loan agreements. In one instance, the AG says Trump tripled the square footage of his Manhattan apartment, inflating its value by $100 million to $200 million between 2016 and 2012 and 2016. Prosecutors also allege Trump's leased property at 40 Wall Street in New York City at times was valued at more than twice the appraised value. And during his first year in office, prosecutors claim Trump overstated his personal wealth by over $1.1 billion. Trump's lawyers say the Trump Organization's financial statements were not misleading and the case should be dismissed. If you look, John, at these statements, yes, he inflated it. The fact is he's still very wealthy, maybe could even be paying for his own defense, but that's an entirely separate matter. This is a case that is out there for him, too. We're rightly focused on all the major federal cases against him, the case in Georgia, but this is right on the calendar, too, this year.
Donald Trump exaggerated his wealth?
Is this your shocked face?
Yeah, that's hard to believe. This is the least surprising story of the morning. But like so many other things, it's now one where Trump may face consequences for something he's done for so long. Of course, you know, those of us who have known Trump and covered him just when he was simply a celebrity real estate developer here in New York knew he would always boast and exaggerate about how much money he had or how much property he had or whatever it might be. But because of the scrutiny that he has now invited upon himself because of his political career and everything since, that now is subject to potentially legal action, Mike. And this is another moment where Trump will face consequences in a way he didn't think. And another, to Willie's point, complication on a calendar that is already very, very, very full.
You know, it's not shocking, but it's real and it's accountable. Donald Trump at his root has always been a grifter. And nearly everything he's ever touched, including the presidency, has been involved with scams that he runs. I mean, here is a guy who, when he was president of the United States, he was running people through his then hotel in Washington, D.C., never declared the fact that, you know, his businesses were going to be independent of him, he was going to put him in a blind trust. Nothing like that during 4 years in office. And it continues each and every day. This is not a surprise that he has exaggerated his wealth, his holdings, the square footage of his apartment on Fifth Avenue. Not a surprise at all. It's who he is.
Caddy, viewers can be forgiven for losing track of all this, but in addition to everything coming down the pike next year, this civil trial falls in October, in addition to another defamation trial with E. Jean Carroll. So before we even get to all the complications of next year and the primary and caucus schedule, Donald Trump will be in court here in New York.
Yeah, I think one of the best paid members of President Trump's team next year ought to be his scheduler, because they are going to be having to bounce between primaries and campaign events and all of the different court hearings that he's going to be facing, some around the 2020 election, but others, as you say, around his financial dealings and the sexual assault case against E. Jean Carroll. So it's going to be we're going to have a year unlike any we have ever seen in politics in America, with in terms of the intersection of law and political campaigning. It's trying to keep our heads straight around all of this, Willie, next year is, you know, good luck to all of us.
Yeah, I mean, and this one's only just over a month away and comes right after the second presidential debate, by the way, as well.